interestingly, Francie, Yabeba Laliga player of the season discussions so then you have a little bit of transfers. But first of all, Mamisha same friend Jose Mourinho story now we about Ninsem now catch a techie for no. Fancy Jose Mourinho oya ye nyamrasem kakra. Ama o katane ni akan sembi achire techie for na odwen ho ko achira eye didi atema eni kwanso obi afa ne lightly. Hwe na me ni obi a nya adwen obeka se Jose Mourinho ye racist abra o ko make the comment na o mo le Galatasaray meboa oko make the comment say Galatasaray for no almost celebrate and almost be say monkeys.
Yeah.
Me come on defend Jose Mourinho, we say Jose Mourinho only racist. But fancy, and me say the attempt we now with the for the second time no. He's slightly moving towards that particular line.
As attention maso.
Attention ne maso. But we do on tempa.
Yeah.
Ose no nyama take no.
The last 7 years, on our ball European finals too. More than the entire history of Turkish football.
More than the entire history of Turkish football. Or boy, Turkish football can was it. He's talking about the entire history of Turkey as a nation.
Oh how?
Okay, very good question. So Busami say, oh how? Newton Atina Europe Chekakra. Italy, Spain, meboa. Nimienu nyina. What Busan was said, the intina no mo frɛ Turkey, the sick man of Europe. Yarefo a Sebi o Europe. Inti Germany for ni di Turkey for na tema mo se mo de mo ya yarefo. Italy for ni bi di Turkey for na se mo so edi o matema mo so mo ya yarefo. Nyi nyina confirm bra nyi nyina agina. All say the Ottoman Empire ne be Turkey. Now, this is how all of these came about. Also, the Ottoman Empire from the Ottoman dynasty. During the 13th century, now omo dominated Turkey near from the Seljuk dynasty.
Okay.
Now, Seljuk dynasty no, there was a Mongol invasion. In Tubekaya, there is a certain man be a friend Genghis Khan. And yes, in the Timor di year pa. On why not just over conquer Asia. Obe conquer Europe, obe conquer North Africa, obe conquer Babia. It's the Mongol invasion no etete Seljuk dynasty for na ho den so kakra. Na no na Ottoman Empire for na so Ottoman dynasty for no more far away a town closer to Berza, which is quite closer to Turkey. Na sa town near Fen Sorgut. Na sa Sorgut town na no mu wo mu no mu se Seljuk for no ebra no brase no. Ano mu no tutu o mana mo ebe tutuna Seljuk for no se da bi. Some more from the NSU be to Atana Mosunia Bejikuni, the boy and so. Ano mu beji boss wo. So the Ottoman Empire standing here so good hono. Anatolia near baby and Seljuk dynasty for near day. Ewo. So that first part of dominance no. Ano mu decided say eno metro machine said the Mongol for near you know. It Ottoman Empire no mu control Asia. No more control North Africa. No more control most of the Eastern European nations. It is a map ni mashada according to so bon say omu baby ama empire ni duru ni na kweche. But mistake na e koso as at that time ni say abra na the other part of Eastern Europe was no moving forward. Enya more industrialization. Omani bie woni oma bebre hu na take ani bie woni oma bebre hu. It where this map Syria ewo Asia meboa. Palestine ewo Asia hwe baby Saudi baby Egypt baby Sudan no person mo control baby but their biggest problem e sha say dey omo ba form no one internal attacks are no man ka say twitwa dey omo ko mo ntokwa because ebe grow sa no yenya ekokon kitinkiti bi wo mu a fancy omo so gitumi say wo say so yetete ho ama industrialization because Europe were moving forward na other nations na ko animu Russia Serbia obi e ko nanim. But because Zena Turkey, omoda also evolve yourself in the old-fashioned way under Ottoman Empire, no. Na nyoma ntumpon fa mo. The toso miensa. Obe check say no military because that is say an bomb aba etu aba bomb na se kan nyoma na omoda so yusu. It no mu wachire. It fancy baby omu gina say na no mo yesa nyoma woni na that time na Portugal so na Africa. E colonize amanfo. Germany and amasi colonize amanfo. Iti abre wiase asesa na omugina fako. Iti Europe considers them to be the sick man of Europe. Because tama ye sesa ye no. Tama ne omadane mo na mo wachire kura. Na mo ne mo from kura. Iti him as a Portuguese no, he is speaking from an angle where he feels say, mo no mo inferior. I did not do say person o catch mo no.
I think it was specific say in their entire football history.
On him history just say Mourinho who ni made channel. First, he's lying. Because Tama Portugal for kura hunu ball no kana take hunu ball we.
101.3 Nyamin
Na mumu kura mu history na ma yen nyina akwa mu sa de we bi da. And a lot of people in Europe consider Turkey for one say omo no mo slaves so sa aka ho. Eti na wo ha most of them during the Ottoman Empire ni tie ne beba nti na bi call Germany. Eti na bi ya adwuma was coal mines. Emu na kofa most Turkey for amu ebo national team ma Germany say out in top. Mesut Ozil, Sankofoni in Namsani Manintia. And when you go to UK, they are dominant over there. I'm gonna to kebab near the other what UK baby, you know. I want to Sudan, you know, no, to Baba, and your money. Just say it's insulting them. There's a thin line be a just say cross here, or be a who no catch no.
Clifford say the rest of Europe shouldn't respect Turkey.
The rest of Europe omu for munya he. It is something just say canon. I say also okasa de boso chiro mo pa wo. From racism issue to this.
From the whole Canada, then the first statement na Galatasaray Fodi can report and say no omo bench ni huri to say sebi enre. He was not referring to black people. He was referring to Turkey for no omo hu omo say omo ye inferior. Omo they don't respect them at all. I'm going to say Turkey will actually cry. Heard the rest of Europe how we develop now. Turkey will actually cry. And Joseph knows his books, he knows his philosophies, he knows his history. And as I'm now all kind of a sort of who finance say 2 in your entire history, 7 years history of what? Of a sort of was a mo muni afina monite. Nanka obo Conference League final na obo Europa League final. Enye UCL final asem ye kan yo. Can Ukraine nyamierim among the rest of Europe. Proof is Jose betima ko gina kwaka say ba qualify for Europa League final abo Conference League final. Odi asem no beka che. Meka say wo standard no kra no. E ho no aba fom. But dey na Turkey na wa huru agi no mo kon so a pamprempe. Because he believes that they are inferior. And Jose coach wo Italy meboa. Wa coach wo Portugal meboa. Yeah.
Wa coach wo England meboa. He has gone around Europe to have enough experience and understand the culture of Turkey and the history of Turkey and go at them. What did you matter? Or Pequine a free ho. A baffum. On for an Imguas, Uncle Portugal, on Sankofa national team. No. Say no more the Bemane dia, no more the Amano. But I think it is not fair. It's not being fair to them at all. Overfan in Yenisi Wakanakwa. But deep within history, he's telling them some things. And showing them some identity in the Munchifria, Monko. Oh, check the Laliga Best Player of the Season award now. Fancy, and the football, they were a developing corner. Yaya Bejina Finfin Kakra. Do we deal with statistics alone? Or do we deal with pure football? Also, the positioning of players are quite different. Anyhow, we compare them and pick the best out of them. 18 and Obi catch us. Oh, look at Modric cried. He says goes J Ballon d'Or. You are right. But in the context of assessing Luka Modric and the year under review, maybe in terms of goals, Luka Modric and Shebebri. But as a midfielder, Wontumi use goals as the ultimate metric to measure the quality of a midfielder in the long run. It is a best players now midfielders who are. Now they are more to 2 strikers now. Goals no crash will come even maybe second or even third. It's a Rodri. Any Vinicius Junior Ballon d'Or awards no. Meaning if Shadrack still has statistics between the two of them now better here. Because who goes in the 2 chain. Now Ebia Vinicius Junior share more goals than Rodri. About dribbles are not Rodri. In terms of success rate no. Vinicius made more dribbles but the success rate now from Nen Chen Rodri. About chances created that Rodri was there.
eba passes, eba nyoma bebre na Rodri ebron so aside goals. So the moment you are comparing the midfielder and attacker, it could be say goals no attacker na the chain midfielder no. But eba other metrics can won't be to say passing, dribbling, san your man keten na. Be an midfielder na the bro attacker no so. It could also be the opposite. Say be a midfielder no good quality passes, chances created. What did they mention as no? San your money na be wo honom there, but na be a ukọ attacker no so there, ne dribbles. No big chances created. The nyoma bebre no ebro ne de so. And the influence in games. Itiama may be very careful when it comes to some of these things. But I think the borderline around statistics in this annual money in how influential these players were in their setup. Sanka Utu Asumesi no be free team ni mu a. Edia na na ebe ha team no. It will be Rodri dia. When Rodri never played for Manchester City, he would be to Manchester City. It will set the gap in terms of when Rodri plays and when he doesn't play. Vinicius Junior the same thing, but compare with no influence now. Even without Vinicius, Real Madrid won some games. But without Rodri, Real Madrid struggled.
Man City
struggled. So she san your money dina eto de bia. Yen hwe your man kitten bi. Me no me ditu me pa say Real Madrid say pa ne de emesanka. Uhwe Kylian Mbappe dini ni goals do na wa se we pa ne de we mo concede goals na. Fancy emesanka so she betimi aba. But also the nyoma to nyoma so dina hwe nyoma dia without Kylian Mbappe no be wo betimi step up the Real Madrid that this number of goals ana. In previous seasons Vinicius ayam ehu. And yes, was 40 goals. What did they mention as no? But the combination of Vinicius and Jude Bellingham, the number of goals they give Real Madrid on Nonko Abeji Afaso no Nonko Ebo she. What am I saying?
Even when any first season of Bayern, I say
yes.
Number one, I criticize. Yes. As well struggle.
Yes. When we na Bema one Barcelona for no so do na be ebi mujina Rafinha. She said that be Rafinha born now born this season. I was say because Fancy go and check the number of goals Rafinha scored. Never time and 1-0. And I ebabe 2-1. And ebabe 3-1 Yama Barcelona. Na when they say goal no. Then you monitor when Pedri was absent from Barcelona games and when Pedri then you monitor when Yamal was absent from Barcelona games and when Yamal was there. So it's a broad discussion when it comes to the La Liga best player of the season. But to the league alone, I think it will definitely be restricted to nipa no number of goals ne kwa far so share these goals in crucial moment. I play a role in maybe a position of the club no maybe a da. Say be a time and a number on 2-1. Fancy one share goals and bro be a so. But omo check Scott McTominay goals now or share na. Either send Napoli that form 1-0. No bet na 1-1. And I born here 1-1 na Scott McTominay ashe na 2-1. And I game no mo be league mo ending na Scott McTominay be den. Abeshe and na di MVP no mo hwe ni di na mo se da bi. Ye di MVP because Retegi and the J the Gokin e wo the talents there. But look at Scott McTominay, it's about the impact. And yet only the numbers alone. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of the productivity now what they are. What the tools and you know. So it's interesting to see who they are going to pick out of the lot. Fancy strikers 4-way, all beyond the style. Teams in India careful. Yebebubi, Monfanshe Mutrim, Sensko, Gyökeres, Dilap, Ekitike. So 4-way, Yebebubi, Akope.
Now let the lap on the as a man in the Yafa.
Yet they babu Akope. Something I make us ask them say, South Force Strikers. Yet they are Bakube Tebe.
And to see me on Obian Pana.
Osimhen no was Saudi Arabia or Pehila na club
Osimhen will stay in Europe.
Scanner Osimhen
is Scanner or demand no Obian one man.
No, nobody is ready to pay that money for him.
No. He only amount 40 million euros a season. Now Europe will be a crime 20.
Now,
Saudi for
there.
Because they can't match this guys.
Let's be honest with ourselves here. What's the statistics of Vito Osimhen? Steve Obetimabem. What are the statistics of Vito Osimhen? Fancy. On that 40 million a year striker, I also would try and say 40 million.
But so far, though, and that's what I actually say. Siscano on Quadia. There's sound the one there. A scan on war, Tino Mitria amount. By Europe, Mefuso Sima also more than 10 million euros.
10 million is also a bro. Because you won't table for you one more just adding. What I say? Fancy in Europe, in Europe.
Why you no Italy? Oko Turkey. Why you pre-season?
See where we are making mistakes, Meba. In Europe, one full season, and Osimhen proving himself beyond reasonable doubt. The season Napoli won the league. Go back to when he was at Lille. Go back to when he came to Italy for the first time. Check the number of goals. I know this season. No team clock 20 goals.
Say you know now already.
Meba. No, Meba. Because there's only one season. You see, Europeans want more to idea. Subsequently, minimum form guys are very important, but they look at many other factors, including the fitness of Victor Osimhen. African men also about full season. Krampo bi wo Galatasaray bia prank tete bi kran yedey. Emba at Napoli bi otimi bo 2 or 3 games. No pra. 3 games, before games, 5 games. No pra. No contain. When you need him most, maybe or to purpose. And the demands he's making, no more set examples in our background checks. Oh, Napoli now subain to say. Oh, Lille now subain to say. Now, bonus say because probia. Me jitu me say nka wosan komo all on Victor Osimhen and anka Paris Saint-Germain. Because Luis Campos play a massive role Lille in the life of Victor Osimhen. And baby Onyini Kodru here, and they were that close. But why are they not paying the amount of money?
They PSG in Tuebi more.
PSG in Tuebi. They say Europe class. Do not see Victor Osimhen
after Mbappe, no more.
Good, as usual.
Not to me.